Greetings and welcome to this very brief and short presentation on the rule book of success. This presentation is inspired by a best-selling book that outlines 5 rules of success and 10,000 hours of intentional practice to achieve mastery in every skill that you are part of. These 5 success rules are outlined in a very simple and straightforward format. The first one is starting young. The second one is choosing a teacher. The third one is sharing your passion. The fourth one is thinking Zen. And the last one is never losing the lesson. These were inspired by the best-selling book, Outliers, the story of success by Malcolm Gladwell. In this book, Mr. Gladwell outlines the secret why we have so many successful athletes and how they started at a very young age of doing a certain practice or skill, and how essential starting very young and accumulating 10,000 hours of intentional training and coaching to reach the level of mastery in your skill. These rules will be given to you in the form of real-life examples for each one of them, and we hope that it will inspire you to achieve more success from your end. The first one is starting young. And starting young is all about giving yourself enough time to achieve the accumulated 10,000 hours of practice. My example here is the founder of Microsoft, Bill Gates. Although it's well known about Bill Gates that he is a college dropout, he didn't do that because he was lazy or he was less intelligent than other programmers or college graduates. He did that because he found a chance for him to practice more and to become more successful as a programmer and a coder. So he took advantage of all the spare time that were provided in the local computer lab, and he spent hour upon hour learning, testing, trying, until he found the basis, and he formed the basis for the first basic language program, DOS. And from DOS, of course, he moved into the visual bit mapping and created Windows, which became now the most popular operating system with 85% market share. Bill Gates was a smart programmer, but only when he practiced and he spent countless hours inside a computer lab that he managed to become successful. You also need to think about the passion you have. It's not enough to have a passion. You need to turn that passion into practice and achieve at least 10,000 hours of mastery to become really good in your passion. The next rule is choosing a teacher. There can't be a great student without an even greater teacher. And the example comes from the world of Apple. Apple was founded by 2 friends, the 2 Steves, Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak. And Steve Jobs was the flamboyant marketer person who promoted and presented all the astounding products from Apple. But Steve Wozniak was the real teacher, the real coach, the techie engineer that created the first Apple and the second Apple computers. He believes in the importance of teaching the stuff he learns. And once you are lucky enough to find a teacher, hold on to that teacher and listen to that teacher very well, because all the lessons that you will get will be very detrimental in your success journey. Whether it was sport or education or academia, finding the perfect teacher that would suit your needs and understand your needs is an essential part of the success rules. Next, once you created enough working hours, enough sufficient teachers, you need to create a group of similar-minded people and create a cult of success. The best example of this is found from Egypt, where the best squash players are created in a cult of success inside Cairo. The top 10 players in the world, 50% of them come from Egypt. And these players create shared passion inside the squash clubs inside Cairo. They are concentrated in a similar geographical location. One generation after another of the same similar-minded people, they share the same passion and they convey the same sense of legacy. If you like public speaking, if you like management, if you like any type of skills, you need to be in a place where similar-minded people are found. That collective energy will push you forward and will make you a better and more stronger speaker. And that is the third rule of success. Next, when you are ready, when you feel that you're ready, success will not come easy for you. It will take a lot of pain and practice and attempt and trial. An example of this is, of course, the world record holder, Usain Bolt. For him to achieve this world record, he had to really spend a lot of Zen-like thinking. And Zen in Japanese means make small changes, make often changes. It took the whole world 100 years to reduce 1 second of the world record of the 100 meters. And only people like Usain Bolt, who worked on his practice and created small incremental changes until he reached enough form, enough level of success to achieve the world record. You also need to think about where you can create small changes and create often changes that will make you more successful and more powerful. Last but not least is an example taken from the Toastmasters World. This is a 2005 world champion, Lance Miller. After many, many attempts of losing the title, that he finally managed to win the title. He took in the lessons from previous years and eventually did not lose the most important title at the end of his journey. He created a habit loop where the World Championship was the trigger for him, a reminder to start the routine of practicing and rehearsing, even losing, and then taking back the feedback until the end of the journey, being rewarded with the title of the World Championship of Public Speaking. You also need to create the same loop of successful habits. And remember that your successful habit is a combination of knowledge, skills, and attitude. It takes the right attitude, the right skills, and the right knowledge for you to create the most impeccable form of your abilities and achieve whatever success you want to achieve. My last point here is to remember that all of these success rules together, you need to spend 10,000 hours of intentional, dedicated practice to master your skill and achieve the best level, the best form of you that you can reach at the end of your journey. I hope that you all liked this presentation and benefited from it, and I hope to see you very soon.